in the last few minutes, I just want to show you a few little workarounds that I love to do using Canva. With those landing pages, you can see there's a lot of, and also inside the email templates, there's just a few things we bump into in terms of design that are a bit clunky. So I did mention when I was creating the templates that we can make different social share buttons. If we're having problems with columns where we really can't get that effect of having an image and text for whatever reason, there's a way we can work around that in Canva. We can make a really nice personalized sign-off. And for the landing pages, we can put text over an image so it looks a bit more like a website where there's a picture with words over. So I'm going to just demo those now. Canva. Hopefully you have been in Canva before and you feel a tiny bit friendly to Canva. I have definitely had times with Canva where it's misbehaving and I'm not happy with it, but maybe that's not the case for you. So the first one I want to demonstrate is social share buttons in a campaign or template, because you know when we're creating an email and we're going to choose our, here I come, we're going to choose from, I don't have time for that MailChimp, we're going to choose our campaign template. At the bottom, there's the social share buttons, and they're okay, but they're a little bit sort of generic. These ones here, I mean, I'll just lose these for now. So you can actually make buttons in Canva to do this, to do your Facebook website and YouTube links or your Instagram or whatever you like. So if you want them to be long buttons, like long wide buttons, I made some last night that were like this. They have a picture in the background and then they've got words and it kind of looks like a button like this. You can create this in Canva. So this design was, I think it's 600 by 150. So you can come up here to create a design and choose custom size. And you just type in 600. 600 is the maximum width for an email. So if you're making buttons to go in a campaign, this is my template, then I would definitely not go wider than 600. You can resize them inside MailChimp, but you know, it's just an extra step. So if you're going to make them in here, you may as well just make them the size you want to start with. I'm going to upload some images that I like. And in they come. So I might start with this one. You can just make your picture fit into the block. And it, you know, it doesn't have to be a picture like this. It might just be sort of a colourful background. And you know, for this, I'm actually probably just going to use the moody colours at the top. I'm not actually going to use the picture so much. Because nobody's really going to see that. I'm just going to use these nice colours and this nice vibe, the little grassy bits, and crop it out. And then to create the button, I just go into Elements and I just choose from Shapes. It shows up near the top for me, but I think that's because I use it a lot. So I'll just make a little block, just like a button. I'm going to change the color, not that straight on that. And then we need to go into text and choose some text and just write. I like it to be capitals, but your button's probably got its own style. And I also want that to be white text so that on top of the button it pops out. So we could then download this, just a JPEG's fine or a PNG, and then bring it into our campaign and we'll use it to replace this. So I'm actually going to lose those and I'm going to bring in an image. I'm going to upload that image that I just created in Canva and pop it in. And the final step is then to grab your Instagram link. What's happening? Little fingers. So grab your Instagram link and then come back into here and choose link and then connect up to Instagram. And you could definitely do the same for Facebook, YouTube, your website, anything you like, and it's a bit more visual. And of course, like the sky's the limit in terms of design. It doesn't have to just look like a button on a picture background. You can really just do whatever you like there. Yeah, and you could have just a picture and have words over the top. So we might do something more like a dark picture with white words. It's a bit funny having a person's face, but whatever. Yeah, you could just do it like that so that it's literally just the word over a picture. It's totally up to you how you want to style it, and it's not necessary. It's just another possibility in the world of possibilities. The next thing I'll show you is how to bust it up and create a couple of columns. Again, I would make it 600 wide, but I'd probably go for something more like 400 high, which makes up a brick this size. You'll see the dimensions. And then what you can do is bring in a picture and pop it on one side. So say we're going to pop this picture over here. And then we could put text over the other side. Now, sometimes in the builder, in the MailChimp campaign builder or in the MailChimp landing page builder, you do have the option to bring in one that's called image and text. And so sometimes that does work, but I have just found a few times where I haven't been able to display it the way I want. So we've got text over here and an image here. Just sometimes the formatting does not behave, and I just get to the point where I'm like, MailChimp, I've had enough with you, and I'm just going to come over to Canva and make it work for me. So yeah, I just create the design, drag up my words as big or small as I want them, and then just download that and pop it into Canva and just have a bit more control. So to do that, you will need a image block, which you just drag over, and again, just upload your image and pop it into your campaign. With those, I would suggest that you double check on mobile preview, because sometimes they don't look right. Like if you make these words small, it's not going to be very readable on a mobile. I'll show you what I mean. So on a mobile, if those words are too small, we won't be able to read them. So that's just something to be mindful of if you're using that 2-column workaround. A more personal sign-off is pretty easy, and the size of these buttons is probably about right. Basically, I just write my name using any kind of text to start with, and then I just go shopping in all the Canva texts and see if there is a font I really like that I would like to sign off in, like that, and I just make it as big as I can. Oops. Because once I get it into Canva, I can make it bigger or smaller. And I find if I make the design as big as possible, I overcome any pixelation. I've tried making the design smaller and they end up a bit pixelated. So make it the same size as the social share buttons, and you'll probably have a sign off that is a good resolution. Otherwise it might look a bit, pixelated and funny. So say we're going to download that, and I'm going to pop that down the bottom when I'm saying thanks for reading and I'll see you next time. So you just pop in an image, upload our signature, here it comes, and then what I usually do is just make it smaller and I change the alignment so that it's aligned over there. And I'd probably have some text here that says, that's all for now, see you next time. And then that looks like a more personal sign-off.